Hi, this morning I have another recipe for the, it's really the unbreakable gel recipe that I have on my blog. And you can use that to pipe things and to make lines that you can pull apart and it won't break unless you really try. And it's made with marshmallow fluff, Tylose, and water, and that's it. So you don't have to go out and buy mixes and do that kind of thing. What you do is you mix it up. I'll post the recipe in the description of the video and a link to my blog post about this because it has more information about it. It's super easy to make. You just mix it up and you put it in the mat or you put it in a piping bag and pipe it out. I've had people say that they made fishing nets with this for cakes and that you can really, I had one person say that she knit with it. She made a long string and then she actually knit with it. So it can take a lot of abuse. And I put this in yesterday. Now I will say that it's very dry here. So if you're in a humid area, it might take longer to dry. Excuse me. And I did do this once in the summer and it took longer than one night, but this has just been sitting overnight and I was able to pull this out. And if you just work it carefully, you can pull it out of the mold. Now see, this one's breaking. I shouldn't have pulled it out so soon, but see, this is coming out and it makes a little lace piece that you can put along the border of your cake. See that? I'm going to cut this one off. So there you go. And I mean, all this is marshmallow fluff and Tylose, so it's not like it's a huge secret how to make it. And I have not tried to take this out. The thicker that these are, the harder it's going to be to take them out. Obviously, if they're in a little lace mat like this, it's very thin. So it's going to be pretty easy. It's going to dry quicker. And I also did put some in this feather mold that I have. Let me cut this piece off. So this works pretty well. I mean, now I'm not sure how long it's going to be before it starts to firm up, but this remains flexible a lot longer than fondant will. So if you're putting fondant in a mold like this, that'll work fine and it's going to start drying out. This stuff stays flexible for a while. And I mean like a couple of days. So you need to experiment. Again, it's going to depend on your humidity. So if you're in Florida in the summer, I don't know how well this will work, but you can experiment with it and try. It's cheap to try. And I put it in this little feather mold and just flattened it out so that it would fit. And I'll pull out one. This one came out. And you can see it does pick up the detail in the mold. And again, the benefit is that it's going to stay flexible. And I'll show you when you peel this out. These are the ones that are going to take a little longer to dry if it's thick, but it does come out and you might have to cut off the edges. It does pick up the detail in the mold. So you mix it up until it's about like a consistency of, I'm even trying to think, like sour cream. And then you put it in the molds and just clean off the top, let it sit in the thing overnight, and it will come out very, very easily. And if you let it dry too much in here, I don't know if it will stick to the mold. But again, this is something that you're going to have to experiment with in your own environment. Because this is, you're basically just letting the water evaporate out of this. But I'm pulling on this pretty hard and it's not tearing. And that makes a nice piece of lace. So very simple, doesn't involve any kind of cooking or gelatin or anything, which is always a plus. And you can see the blog post about this if you click on the link in the description of this video. So that's it. Leave me any questions and I'll answer them when I get a chance.